Bruce, can you walk us through kind of how that last possession unfolded and what look you were looking for and how that matched up to what you got?
I mean, to be honest, we got a wide open floater, 5 feet away from the basket. I just shot a shot. Like I said, plenty of times I'll shoot the same shot over and over again. My confidence whenever it was well away from me. I just thank my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, and I put in each and every day that I'm gonna make the next one. So I'm not too mad about that. The other factors that played, man, we could have had a lead throughout the game, but yeah, there was a good team. But I feel like some stuff that we need to fix on and move on to the next one.
It just seemed like throughout the game you guys were chasing, like they were always up 5 or 3 or 2, and you'd tie it and then they would score. What enabled them to hold you guys off, and what did you guys need to do to try to get over that hump?
Offensive rebounding. A lot of second chance points. When the team have 46 rebounds, you have 31. It's kind of hard, really hard. To be honest, and I had a lot of key offensive rebounding, led in threes, doing the M1. So especially playing a good team like them. So I feel like if we clean those things up, grab a couple rebounds, I feel like we got a lot of shots on offense. We just didn't hit. So, but we shoot them shots every day in practice, and I feel like when we clean up some of the stuff, some of the communication stuff as well, I feel like we'll be all right.
Kind of going off what Adam said, you guys couldn't really go on any big run in this game. When that happens, when they keep answering, how frustrating is that? What were the conversations like in the huddles there to try to write this game? You guys did come back and tie it up.
Definitely frustrating because we all competitive, and this game is a little different, especially just me playing for Ohio State. And so, like I said, offensive rebounding and miscommunications. It's hard to be the top team if you don't do those 2 things. So we're gonna go back, watch the film, and get better for next one.
You suited up against Roddy in this game. You guys, some brothers throughout your college career. What was that like?
That's my guy. We came in together, knew that situation, wish him the best. So I'm definitely frustrated right now. I'm not gonna lie to you, but I just gotta step it up and move on and have a right mindset for the next practice.
You got one more for Bruce?
Oh, no, I was sorry, it was for Jake.
Any more for Bruce? One more?
When they do have bigs that are as talented as their bigs, I know it's not just on your front court to try to match up with that, but what as guards were you trying to do to try to create some challenges for them? They had a lot of rebounds, a lot of points.
I feel like we played against bigger teams. We're already undersized. To be completely honest, we played against teams that were way bigger than us, and we have competed at least -2 on rebounds, or -3. But when there's a big deficit like this, you don't have a chance, especially against a good team. And I feel like we're capable of doing it. Those some technical things on defense that we work on it daily. That we just didn't do it today. So we had to clean it up, clean up some of our messes, and just move on to the next one and get that win.
Thanks, Bruce.
Thanks, Bruce.
Questions?
Sure.
Adam, can you go ahead?
Kind of just what we touched on there with rebounding. I mean, you guys 6 rebounds. Obviously, they got 2 bigs down low. Where did things go wrong today when it came to offensive boards?
I felt like we tried to get into a jumping contest. We weren't going to hold them to 0 offensive rebounds, but some of this was us not being, not hitting, not being physical, not boxing out well enough, and trying to just out jump people. Some of it was there were some rotations we didn't make at times when we had to protect with our big at the rim. A couple blocks maybe we had that they ended up getting the ball back. So there were multiple factors, but in general, and it wasn't just those 2. I mean, their guards flying in from the perimeter. Those were all things that we talked about. We didn't execute our initial hit when the shot went up near well enough.
I hate to ask it like this, but this game means so much to you. What were the emotions kind of you were experiencing walking off the court?
Yeah, absolutely. Frustrated, angry, disappointed. I said this before the game. This game hits different. It means a ton, and I'm not going to step back from that because we didn't get the result we wanted. So we'll take today to certainly reflect on this, and then, you know, we got to move forward quickly and get ready, because everything that we're fighting for is still in front of us. But yeah, absolutely, this is not a game. This loss hits different. There's no question.
The turnover battle is one of the things Michigan has really struggled with this year, is taking care of the ball. You had the 17, they had 12. Did you do anything that wasn't working to try to turn them over, or what did you see as maybe that being a difference?
We had,
Or did I read that wrong?
I think this was 9.
Yeah,
I read that wrong. I'm sorry.
yeah, it's okay. It's okay. We wanted to be. I thought we did a good job, you know, in the second half of taking care of the ball. Adam, I think we wanted to be aggressive and force them into more turnovers, and you know, we didn't execute that part as well as we would have liked. But I thought we did a good job on the flip side of taking care of the ball, especially in the second half.
And this feels like it could be something with you and Dusty both being in your first full years at your universities. It feels like it could be the start of what's already been a good rivalry, but maybe a new era of it. Do you feel some of that coming out of this game, even though you're obviously disappointed with the result, that like we could be seeing a whole lot more of these types of games the next couple of years as you guys go against each other?
Yeah, listen, I love being a part of this game, you know, so much so that I was asking anybody that would listen to make this a doubleheader every single year when we were out in California. I know there's a lot that goes into that, but I think our fans deserve that. Both schools deserve that, and I love being in this game. This game means a lot. And but again, like I said before the game, this rivalry is bigger than any kind of single storyline. It was bigger, you know, than any storyline going into this game. I think it's bigger than really any storyline coming out of this game, outside of like, let's play this game twice a year if we can make that work, because you know, this was a great atmosphere. Our fans deserve to have this game here every single year, and I think, you know, theirs probably as well. So my biggest concern is for our fans. Our fans showed out; they were great, and you know, we felt their energy, and they deserve to have this game every year, in my opinion.
Go ahead. Yeah, we'll go Spencer in the middle.
Yeah, kind of along the same lines. You're just talking about the fans. You've been to these weekend home games. You finally get one, and the place is packed. Like, is this kind of? I know you're not looking for more, but like, hey, this is what this program can be on a week in, week out basis. Like getting this kind of draw, having that kind of atmosphere. This, you know, people think of the shot, it's like the place is dead, but like it seemed like it was rocking today.
You know, there's probably a better kind of time and place to talk through, you know, everything that goes into, you know, atmosphere in this building. But the one thing I know is you know, our fans care, and certainly, you know, scheduling played a part this year. Again, I think it's something to reflect upon after the season. But you know, you felt the energy in there. It was great. Communication, the noise actually was impacted our communication at times, which is it's a good problem to have, and I'll take that every single day. So I'm thankful for the way Buckeye Nation showed out, and that energy was phenomenal. And certainly, you know, as we build this, I think we have a responsibility, right, to do our part, to keep moving forward and keep building this. And then, yeah, we absolutely need all the help we can get. And you know, again, just thankful for the way they showed out. But there's a lot that goes into that question that, you know, maybe after the season is better to address.
To what extent did Aaron's foul trouble maybe affect some of the plans for handling Vladislav and Danny in this game?
Yeah, you know, obviously a lot of fouls in a short amount of minutes. We anticipated being able to play him more. So it was impactful. It impacted our, you know, ability to get to he and Sean together at times as well. So, but you know, I think we have a few guys here who they got to grow in this foul issue. You know, we have to. Now they're young guys that you know, specifically keep getting in foul trouble, but like we gotta grow and move forward, and you know, we're working on it every single day. Some technical things, getting some reps after practice to help them with that. But it impacted, you know, some of our original plans. But I thought, you know, some guys, you know, we made adjustments on the fly and did some good things.
How do you avoid an emotional letdown coming off of this game? You touched on it a little bit earlier, but obviously a lot of passion and intensity tied up in this rivalry. Just, you've got Northwestern coming to town. How do you refocus for that?
Yeah, well, I think, listen, I'm not opposed to, again, taking today to hurt and to be upset. But this group has responded in a great way all season long. And I have zero reason to believe it'll be any different. Like I said, every single game we play right now, we've earned the right to play in big time, meaningful games, and the Northwestern game is not void of that. That is a big game, and it is meaningful. And our guys, like we have some goals in front of us started this season that we can still achieve, and we've earned that. So I'm not. We'll continue to practice extremely hard. We'll continue to, we're not practicing as long as we were a little bit ago, but we'll practice hard. We'll prep hard. We'll prep well. And, Northwestern's got to get our best shot, absolutely.
Kind of going off of that, how paramount is it for this team? We talked about moving on quickly. How paramount is it not just to boosting the resume here down the last 5 games of the regular season, but also to kind of get some momentum, get some consistency as you go into March now?
Yeah, it's important. I think we've had good momentum now for a significant stretch, and we've been playing some really good basketball. Even in a couple of the losses we've had, we've played some really good ball. So I think we have momentum. We certainly don't want to lose it. We've got to keep going, keep building, and it starts with certainly I've got a great deal of respect for Chris Collins and what he's done at Northwestern, and their program so. We are going to approach that game just like we have every other game, and it is important for us to continue to put our best foot forward, and we need to do it in longer stretches. Had some good stretches tonight, not enough. We got to make sure we have more of those against Northwestern.
Yeah, I think it's the 5th time you guys have lost a game by 1 possession, 4th time in the Big Ten. And you did have the Maryland that obviously went your way, but when it gets down to those last minute situations, I'm sure you work on these in practice and everything. And as you said, you got a shot that you were hoping to get. I mean, just your thought, I guess, about handling those situations and the opportunities that are still there to get over the hump and win those type of games.
Yeah, well, I think we've shown great improvement in those settings of our execution and our ability to get a good look. And so, you go back the 3 that Micah hit, Bruce getting to the paint, those were some great execution plays. So we've grown through some of those really narrow results, but I understand and we continue really almost that we have saying in our program, be your best late, and so we work on that daily. Sometimes it's just something as like shooting shots at the very end of practice, game shots, so you're getting reps when you're fatigued. Other times, it's executing very specific situations and when to foul, when not to foul, and all of those things. So I think because of that work and time we've spent on it, we've seen improvement. My biggest frustration with today was some of the things that happened throughout the flow of the game, where we've really been doing a good job, and we made some critical mistakes, and good teams, they make you pay, and that's why we weren't quite able to get this game to a position where they were maybe chasing us. But I think Steve, to answer your question, we're executing better and better in those situations. I thought today was evident of that. The execution goes both ways. We force misses, we didn't get the rebound, and so we've showed some real growth.
With Aaron fouling out with 10-ish minutes left and the size of the Michigan pads, why did Yvonne not fit in the flow of this game? I know he's played in the last 9, and when you get out rebounded by 15, I guess why did he not appear in this game at all?
Yeah, I felt like Sean was really doing a much better job in the second half rebounding, and offensively, as we were kind of chasing a little bit, I just felt like we needed different lineup for offensive purposes too. So Sean was, challenging at halftime, and he really, I thought, rebounded well in the second half. So that's why, we kept it the way it was. you know, I think certainly hindsight, like, it's a great question, and I gotta go back and watch and see if there was a moment where maybe we should have put Yvonne in, but, you know, that was my thinking in the second half. I thought Sean and Devin were doing, you know, we're really being physical, and obviously the ball screen coverage for us with those two was a concern.
One more.
It's fine, yep.
Saw you share a moment about an hour before tip-off with Roddy. What do you say to him in that moment?
Yeah, you know, I think conversation there should remain between he and I, but I've said this from the beginning, you know, when he was here, he was literally like family. You know, if his parents would call me if they felt like he needed something, like it was just, we were that close. So, you know, I think just in that moment, he knows how much I cared about him, and I think that feeling was mutual when he was here. And so, you know, it was a quick, I think, embrace and, you know, quick word, but prefer to keep that between us. But it was good.
Thanks.
All right, thanks, guys.